Rachel, I heard you bought an RV. That must have been more expensive than a regular car. I can't believe you could afford such a luxury item.
It's been a while, Sarah. Actually, we bought it used, so it wasn't that expensive.
But it's still more expensive than buying a regular used car, right? And the maintenance cost must be high. I bet you didn't think about that, did you?
Actually, we did consider all of that.
And the gas cost? Those things are gas guzzlers. You'll probably regret it when prices go up again.
We factored that into our budget too.
Who even buys something like that? It's stupid.
My husband and I love traveling and outdoor activities. It's actually cheaper than staying in hotels when we travel.
How much did you pay for it anyway? Those things are ridiculously overpriced.
We got a good deal since it was a few years old. The previous owner maintained it well.
Must be nice having that kind of disposable income. Some of us have to watch every penny.
We saved up for it. It wasn't an impulse purchase.
Still throwing money away on luxuries. Some people have it so easy.
It actually took us 2 years to save up.
It must be nice having two incomes.
We're doing a lot of saving and planning.
Oh, right. You two can spend money however you want since you don't have kids yet. Poor mom, her eldest son still hasn't given her grandchildren. Instead of traveling, you should focus on trying to have a baby.
I'm sorry we haven't been able to have children.
Have you even been trying? Or are you just focused on your career?
That's quite personal, Sarah.
You're getting older, you know. It's not going to get any easier.
I'd rather not discuss this.
You're trying to avoid the question. Have you seen a doctor about it?
Please, Sarah.
Mom cries about not having grandchildren, you know. And she's not getting any younger.
Sarah, this isn't appropriate.
You're the eldest son's wife. You need to get it together. But I guess you two make good money since you both work. I heard you got another promotion. You're both doing so well. I guess that's what happens when you have good degrees, unlike me.
But Sarah, you work for a big company too.
Working for a big company doesn't guarantee good pay. My salary is way below average. It's frustrating.
I see.
No, you really don't. You've never had to count pennies at the end of the month.
Everyone has their struggles.
Oh, please. What struggles could you possibly have? Your biggest problem is deciding which luxury car to buy next.
That's not true.
Life isn't fair. You don't know what it's like to be passed over for promotions because you don't have a degree.
Have you considered going back to school?
With what money? Some of us have bills to pay.
There are evening classes and online programs.
You don't get it. And you know what's worse? I couldn't even afford to get my car fixed last month. Had to take the bus everywhere. Meanwhile, you're buying RVs.
I didn't know about your car troubles.
Of course you didn't. You're too busy living your perfect life to notice anything else.
We could have helped if you'd mentioned it.
I don't want your charity. Besides, you probably think I deserve it for not having a degree, right?
That's not what I think at all.
Plus, I couldn't go to college for financial reasons. Only my brother got to go. Don't you think it's unfair that there's such a big gap between siblings?
That's the first time I've heard of this. I knew you were a high school graduate, but you weren't allowed to go to college?
Must be nice to be surprised by that. Some of us weren't born with a silver spoon.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Of course you didn't. You never do you? Always so perfect.
Sarah, I'm just trying to understand.
That's right. I was the only one who couldn't go to college. That's why my salary is so low. If I had gone to college like my brother, I could have gotten a better paying job. I was used as a stepping stone because I'm a girl.
That does sound unfair.
Everything went to my brother. The money, the opportunities, everything. Do you know how it feels to watch your brother get everything while you get nothing?
I had no idea things were like that.
Of course you didn't. You're just the lucky daughter-in-law who married into success. You probably never had to sacrifice anything in your life.
Sarah, I've gone through tough times too.
Look at you with your fancy RV and promotions. Do you know how much I struggled while you've had everything handed to you?
Nothing was handed to me. We worked hard for what we have.
Oh, right. Your precious hard work. It must be nice having the opportunity to work hard. You know what? I saw your vacation photos on social media. Nice resort. Meanwhile, I haven't had a proper vacation in years.
We saved specifically for those trips.
Save? Please. You probably spend more on groceries than I make in a month. And those designer clothes you wear to work? Don't even get me started.
My clothes aren't designer.
Whatever. The point is, you have no idea what real struggle is.
Everyone has different circumstances.
Oh, stop with the diplomatic answers. It's so annoying. Just admit you're privileged.
I'm just trying to understand your perspective.
I don't want to go to college anymore, but I've sacrificed my life for my brother. At least you should remember that. He's a college graduate thanks to me. The family doesn't show enough gratitude for what I did.
I'll keep that in mind.
Will you really? Are you just saying that to shut me up?
I genuinely don't know about your situation.
Yeah, right. There's a lot more about things you don't know about this family.
What? There is? Maybe you could tell me more.
Did you know Mom's health has been declining lately?
No, I didn't. What's wrong with her?
Of course you wouldn't know. You're too busy with your perfect life.
What's wrong with your mother? Is it serious?
Her chronic condition has gotten worse, and she can barely do housework. I've been going to help her at home, though I hadn't mentioned it.
That's terrible. Is there anything we can do to help?
Now you care? Where were you all this time? Too busy planning your next vacation?
But we didn't know she was ill.
Maybe if you visited more often, you know these things.
We try to visit when we can.
Try harder. Some daughter-in-law you are. You probably spend more time planning trips than thinking about family.
We can start helping now that we know. What does Helen need? Should we hire some help?
Well, you could actually send Mom some money. She has to take taxis everywhere now, and medical bills are piling up. You can afford it since you had enough for an RV, right?
Of course. How should I send the money to Helen?
Actually, send the money to me.
What? To your account?
Mom spends money recklessly if you give it to her directly. Just between us, she's been terrible with money lately.
Helen? The same woman who's always been so frugal?
Well, it's happening. Are you calling me a liar?
No, I'm just surprised.
People change. You wouldn't know since you never visit. I'm the one dealing with everything.
But we've been meaning to visit.
Well, she's actually starting to get senile or something. She can't handle money anymore, so I need to manage it for her.
I can't believe this. What's happened to her?
Well, you don't know her anymore, do you? Things change.
Maybe we should talk to her doctor.
No need to do that, because I'm handling everything on my end. Just send the money and stay out of it.
All right, I'll send it to you then. How much should I send?
Let's start with $500 a month. I'll give it to Mom bit by bit.
Understood. Thanks for taking care of things.
At last, finally doing something useful for the family, instead of just showing off your perfect life on social media.
I want to help however I can.
About time. Maybe now Mom will stop complaining about how her daughter-in-law never helps.
Sarah, you're going to your mother's house every day, right?
Yes, what about it?
How is she doing? Any improvement on her conditions?
She just needs constant care. It's so exhausting.
What exactly are her symptoms?
She gets confused easily. Can't manage daily tasks.
That sounds serious. Has she seen a specialist?
Yeah, but I'm handling everything. Don't worry about it.
Is she getting proper medical care?
Of course she is. What kind of daughter do you think I am?
I just want to make sure she's okay.
She's fine under my care. Just focus on sending the money.
My husband and I were thinking of visiting your mother this weekend. We could help out with your mother's care that day. If there's any heavy lifting or anything else you need help with, just let us know.
No, you can't visit us. Mom's condition has made her depressed. Leave her be. Having visitors is too much for her right now.
I had no idea it was that bad. I'm really worried.
Worry less, help more. The money barely covers anything.
Should we increase the amount?
That would help. Her medications are expensive.
What medications is she taking?
She's just taking so many of them. It's complicated. You wouldn't even know. All those fancy pills add up.
I see. Can we contact your mother? We haven't talked to her for a while, so we'd like to hear her voice.
Oh no, don't contact Mom either. If you need to tell her something, I'll pass the message along. She gets very confused on the phone these days.
Really? We can't even contact her?
Are you questioning how I handle things?
No, I just want to understand.
Mom takes everything the wrong way now. If you don't want to be yelled at unreasonably, don't contact her. And when Mom gets angry, I'm the one who gets blamed. If you consider my position and how hard this is, you'll do as I say.
I see. Well, I'm glad I checked with you first.
Honestly, don't act on your own from now on.
Are you sure the money we're sending is helping out? I'm sorry we can only help financially.
Yes, I'm the one doing all the hard work. But you can only help with money, so I have no choice. If only I could just send money, how easy that would be. I'd love to switch places, but you two can handle it anyway.
Thank you for all your support. I'm sorry, but please let us continue to help you out this way.
At least you know your place. Just keep the money coming and let me handle everything else. Rachel, I need you to increase the monthly payment.
Again? It's already nearly $1,000 more than when we started.
Are you complaining after all I'm doing?
No, I just want to understand the situation better.
Mom's spending is getting worse. She gets violent when she runs out of money. I need you to add another $500.
Is the situation really that bad?
You think I'm lying?
No, I'm just concerned about your mother.
She's completely senile now. She hoards meaningless things. I took away her credit cards, but she must have hidden some. She keeps spending money secretly.
I see.
Do you really see how hard this is for me, while you're living your perfect life?
That must be overwhelming.
I'm at my wit's end. You have it easy just sending money.
Your mother must be quite a handful, and you're working so hard only to deal with more trouble.
Well, you don't seem to understand perfectly. At least someone appreciates me. Mom certainly doesn't. She just keeps demanding more and more.
I wish there was more we could do to help you out.
I wish Mom would be more grateful.
I absolutely agree. I'm grateful to you, too. You're so kind to let us just pay money while you handle everything during your mother's difficult time.
That's right. I'm a kind sister-in-law. I've sacrificed a lot for my brother, but I still devote myself to the family. After all, I'm the eldest daughter. Eventually, I'll inherit the house too.
You want to inherit the family home?
Don't you think I deserve it? After everything I've sacrificed for my family?
I wasn't aware that was being discussed.
It's my natural right. After being raised unfairly and all this trouble now, you two have no right to complain. I'm the only one suffering here. It wouldn't hurt if I got the house. Do you know how much the land is worth now? With all the redevelopment in the area, the property value keeps going up.
So you'll sell it when you inherit it? It would be sad to lose the family home.
Are you trying to guilt trip me now?
Not at all. I'm just curious about your plans.
I'm still undecided about selling. There's plenty of time before inheritance, so I'll think about it slowly. Though that new shopping complex they're building nearby will definitely raise property values.
That's true. Your mother is still alive and well.
What do you mean by that?
Just agreeing that there's no rush to decide.
You're not implying anything, are you? Because I've been taking great care of Mom.
Of course not. Why would I?
As long as it's decided that it will be mine eventually, that's fine. I might even move in while Mom is still alive. Not having to pay rent would make life much easier. You two won't have any complaints about that, right?
We have no problem with you inheriting the family home.
Good, because you two have no right to say anything anyway. I should inherit it since I'm the one taking care of Mom.
Yes, you're right.
I'm glad you understand your position. Well then, please send the money. Make the transfer this week. Mom needs new medications.
All right, I'll be sure to do so.
Hey, what's going on with the money transfer? I haven't received anything. Mom's running out of her medications.
I won't be sending any more money.
What? What do you mean you won't send it? Don't you care what happens to Mom? She needs her medicine.
Nothing will happen to your mother if I don't send money.
You ungrateful little... How dare you?
I think we both know why I'm not sending more money.
Just hurry up and send Mom's money. A daughter-in-law should quietly do what her sister-in-law says. Just know your place.
Oh my, I'm not just a daughter-in-law, so I don't have to obey you. What money are you talking about? Your mother hasn't heard anything about this. Right, you foolish daughter?
Huh? Rachel, is that you?
Rachel is right here beside me.
What? What's going on? Mom, is that you? But you're supposed to be sick.
I've been staying at Rachel's house for a few days. I came to New York for sightseeing and meeting friends, so I'm planning to stay for a while.
No, this can't be happening. You're supposed to be confused and sick.
Oh, it's happening all right.
Rachel didn't tell me anything about this. You're supposed to be at home.
I wanted to visit New York, so I asked Rachel if I could stay. When I called her, she was so surprised, especially since, according to you, I couldn't even use a phone.
Well, I can explain everything.
Lost for words now, aren't you?
I can explain.
It's strange, isn't it? I'm supposed to be sick and being taken care of by my daughter, but my daughter hasn't even visited home in 2 years. And what's this about money transfers?
No, Mom, there are circumstances.
What circumstances made you scam money from your sister-in-law? What kind of help involves lying about your mother's health?
I was having money troubles, but I was planning to pay it back. Really, I just needed some time.
Of course you'll need to pay it back, every single penny of it.
But Mom, they have so much money. Wouldn't it be fair if some came my way? I gave up college for my brother. Don't they owe me that much? It's only fair.
What are you talking about? You couldn't go to college because of your own actions. You skipped high school constantly and had terrible grades. You hung around with troublemakers and caused problems. You barely got into high school with minimal effort, so don't blame your brother.
That's not true. Dad and you said I couldn't go to college. You favored him over me.
Don't you dare bring your father into this and use him to justify your lies.
But it's the truth. You never gave me a chance.
We said we wouldn't pay for college if you didn't take high school seriously. Then you said you didn't want to go anyway. We weren't rich, but we could afford to send both children to college. You're the one who chose not to go.
But I was young then. I didn't understand how important college was. Why didn't you force me to go? Why didn't you push me like you pushed him?
It would have been pointless. Knowing you would have skipped college classes too, just like you skipped high school.
You don't know that. You never gave me the chance to prove myself.
Enough. You're acting like a child. It's embarrassing. You're still blaming others for your choices after all these years.
But...
You're a grown woman. Aren't you ashamed of causing trouble for your sister-in-law? Making up lies about your own mother?
But...
Pay back the money you scammed from Rachel. If you pay it back now, I won't cut ties to you. But if you don't pay back the money, you can forget about inheriting this house.
No, that's not fair. As the eldest daughter, I'm the one who should inherit the house. It's my right.
You're right? After lying about me being sick? After taking advantage of your brother's wife?
I was desperate. The house is all I have to look forward to.
You need to take responsibility for troubling others. I'll give you just 1 day. If you don't return the money by tomorrow, I'll no longer consider you my daughter.
What? That's too sudden. Mom, please don't be like this. You know I've always been there for the family. I've sacrificed everything.
Been there? And when was that? When your father was sick? Where were you?
I visited when I could. I had work commitments.
You visited twice in 6 months. Your father asked for you every day.
But I was busy with work. I couldn't just leave whenever I wanted.
Rachel took time off to help, even though she works full-time too. She helped change your father's clothes, fed him, and took him to appointments.
Of course she did. She's perfect, Rachel.
This isn't about me, Sarah. This is about what you've done.
It's always about you. Ever since you married my brother, you've been trying to steal my place in this family.
Stop deflecting. We're talking about your actions now. The lies, the manipulation, the fraud.
They weren't lies. I was trying to secure my future. The house should be mine.
The house was never going to be yours. Your father and I already decided that years ago.
What? But I'm the eldest. It's tradition.
Tradition? Since when do you care about tradition? You didn't even come to your father's memorial service last year.
I was sick that day. You know that.
Sick? I saw your social media posts. You were at a spa resort.
You're monitoring my social media now?
Rachel showed me everything. The designer bags, the expensive restaurants, the spa trips. All while you were supposedly struggling to take care of me.
Fine. I'll get the money somehow. Just give me more time. 1 day is not enough.
Sarah, it seems that you still haven't returned the money. Should we take this as a sign that you're not sorry?
I didn't have enough time. 1 day is not enough. Please wait a little longer. Just 1 more day.
No, you made a promise to your mother. She said she'd cut ties if you didn't pay. You'll lose the house you wanted so badly, too.
Why did Mom bring up the inheritance anyway? I never told her I wanted the house. Were you the one who actually told her about that? You've been plotting against me.
Oh, yes, I told your mother. Your goal wasn't just the monthly payments. You wanted to create obligation so you could inherit the house, right? All those comments about property values and development in the area.
I can't believe you've been plotting against me this whole time, recording everything I said.
Plotting? I simply listened while you dug your own grave. I just let you reveal your true intentions to your family.
Wait a minute. Did you make me feel comfortable on purpose to get me to reveal my goals? All that agreeing with me?
I'm sorry for the deception, but it's nothing compared to what you did. At least I didn't scam anyone out of money.
But you tricked me. You pretended to be on my side.
No, I let you reveal your true self. I just had to wait and listen.
I'll pay back the money, I swear. Just please wait, I can sell some things.
No waiting. You had plenty of ways to get the money. Not having it ready is just laziness.
But I can't borrow money anymore. Nobody will lend to me.
Why not?
Because I've already borrowed from every company. I'm at my limit everywhere. They keep rejecting my applications.
So you were the one with spending problems, not your mother. All those designer bags weren't even paid for, were they?
It's not like that. I just had some temporary setbacks. Everyone has credit card debt.
Temporary? How many credit cards are you maxed out on?
That's none of your business. Stop investigating me.
It became my business when you started scamming us. When you lied about your mother being sick.
I just had so many things I wanted. Before I knew it, I couldn't keep up with the payments. The interest keeps piling up.
If you don't pay us back, we'll sue you. Is that what you want? To be sued by your own family?
That's horrible. Suing your sister-in-law? What would people think?
You're the one who made this necessary. You always play the victim, but you brought this all on yourself. Every single thing.
But what about family loyalty? What about blood ties?
Funny how you only remember family loyalty when it benefits you. Where was that loyalty when your father was dying?
But it's impossible. I don't have any money anywhere. My savings are gone.
What about all those designer bags you kept posting on social media? The spa trips, the fancy restaurants?
Those are investments. Designer bags hold their value.
Oh, so annoying.
What's wrong, Rachel?
I can't stand you anymore. I'm sick of your pathetic excuses. Instead of whining, why don't you work and earn some money?
I do work. My salary just isn't enough. Not everyone can get promotions like you.
Then get a second job. Stop buying luxury items. Stop pretending you're poor while spending money you don't have.
But...
And stop with the but. The way you talk like a child at your age is embarrassing. It's honestly painful to watch.
What? Why do you have to criticize how I talk too? You think you're so much better than me.
Because everything about you screams irresponsibility. You're acting like a teenager.
You're being cruel. This isn't how families should treat each other.
Then act in a way that isn't embarrassing. It's hard to accept that you're the older sister. Your very existence is shameful.
That's a horrible thing to say. You don't have to go that far. I'm still family.
Oh, and for your information, your mother just made a decision. She's going to sell the house soon.
What? She's selling the house? She can't do that. That's my inheritance. My future.
It was never yours to begin with. You just convinced yourself it was.
Why? What's she going to do with the money? She can't just sell our family home.
She's going to use the money as a down payment for a new home. She's going to build a duplex and live with us. Sorry about that.
That's not fair. She didn't say anything about this to me. Let me live there with you too, please. I'll definitely pay back the money and I'll apologize for lying. I'll be better.
After everything you've done to us, the lies about your mother's health, the fraud?
I know I made mistakes, but I'm still family. You can't just throw me away.
Family doesn't scam family. Family doesn't lie about their mother being sick.
I was desperate. You don't know what it's like to struggle, to watch everyone else succeed while you're stuck.
And whose fault is that? Your mother just told me about the details of your credit card debts, the collection agencies calling the missed payments.
She had no right to tell you that. That's private.
She had every right. You tried to blame her for your spending problems.
Those credit cards were for emergencies. I needed them.
Like designer bags and expensive dinners, those were emergencies.
Believe me, I can change. I'll get help for my spending. I'll see a counselor.
Sorry, but it's too late for promises.
Please, I have nowhere else to go. My apartment is too expensive. The landlord keeps raising the rent.
Sell your luxury items. Move to a cheaper place. Get a roommate. Anyway, that's not our problem anymore.
How can you be so cold? After all I've done for the family? I've sacrificed everything.
What exactly have you done except cause problems? Name one thing you've sacrificed.
I took care of Dad when he was sick.
No, your mother did that. You visited only twice, remember?
That's not true.
You can't even come up with more lies? That's new.
I help with the housework. Sometimes.
When? Your mother says you never visit. She can't even remember the last time you helped around the house.
Give me another chance, please. I'm begging you. I'll do better this time.
Cut ties with our family. That's the only way you can show filial piety now.
You can't mean that. Mom, please don't let her do this to me.
I've heard enough, Sarah. More than enough.
Mom, please don't do this to me. I'm your daughter. Your firstborn.
A daughter who lied to me, stole from her sister-in-law, and tried to manipulate her way into my house? Is that what a daughter does?
I was going to pay it back. You need to believe me. I had plans.
With what money? Your credit cards are maxed out. You're drowning in debt.
I'll get another job. I'll work weekends. I'll stop buying things.
Yeah, right. Like you promised last time and the time before that.
This time is different. I mean it.
Every time is different with you, Sarah. Nothing ever changes.
Just give me one more chance. I'll prove it. I'll show you I can change.
We've given you too many chances already. You waste every one.
But what am I supposed to do now? Where am I supposed to go?
Take responsibility for once in your life. Act like an adult.
By becoming homeless? Is that what you want? Your own daughter on the street?
Stop being dramatic. Just try selling your designer bags. All of them.
But they're not worth anything if they're used, and some of them are limited editions.
Then try getting a second job, just like you promised, or a third one.
Please, don't cut me off like this. I'm your daughter.
A daughter I raised better than this. A daughter who should know better. Goodbye, Sarah.
Wait! At least let me explain everything. There's more to the story.
No need to do that, because we're done here. Afterwards, my mother-in-law made Sarah sell all her assets. Through this, I finally got back the money that had been scammed from me. In the end, Sarah was cut off from the family and fell into a spiral of debt alone. The life Sarah led after that can only be described as miserable. I heard rumors that she started stealing produce from neighborhood gardens, shoplifting from supermarkets, and after repeatedly committing theft, she eventually ended up in prison. Meanwhile, my husband and I started living together with my mother-in-law in our new home. Just before the house was completed, I found out I was pregnant. My mother-in-law helps with childcare and housework since we both work. We decided to cover all the utilities in exchange for my mother-in-law taking care of the house. Neither Mom nor me want to be a burden on each other. After all, just because we're family doesn't mean we should take advantage of each other.
Emma, thanks for today. My parents were really happy. They said they'd like to meet you again.
I'm glad they enjoyed it. But I wish you had told me you were bringing your parents. A heads up would have been nice.
Sorry about that. When I told them I had plans with my girlfriend, they just decided to tag along.
I see. But please, always let me know in advance next time. I had to cancel our original plans, and I would have dressed more appropriately if I'd known your parents were coming.
Oh, my parents don't care about that stuff. Besides, they were more focused on the food today.
Still, it's about respect and consideration, Tom. It's not just about your parents' preferences.
I get it. I'll try to be more thoughtful next time. So what did you think of them?
They seem nice. Your mom is quite chatty, isn't she?
Yeah, she can talk for hours if you let her. Did she corner you with her gardening stories?
Actually, yes. I now know more about tomato plants than I ever thought possible.
Classic Mom. She probably thinks you're her new gardening buddy now.
Well, I hope the sushi restaurant was okay. I didn't know if they had any dietary restrictions, so I thought sushi would be a safe choice.
My parents eat everything. Oh, but they did mention wanting to try Italian next time.
Oh, is that so? Well, next time you should treat them.
Huh? I can't afford that.
I took them to an expensive sushi place because it was sudden, and I wanted to make a good impression. I can't afford to do that often either.
But you earn way more than me. You make several times my monthly salary, so can't you be nice to my parents?
Tom, we've talked about this before. It's not about being nice or not. It's about financial responsibility.
I know, but come on, it's just one dinner.
It's never just one dinner with you. I've said this before, but don't you think you rely too much on my money? I always end up paying when we eat out.
It's fine. I might need to rely on you now, but once my career takes off, I'll definitely pay you back.
I've been hearing that for 6 months now. What exactly are your plans for your career?
I'm working on it, okay? These things take time. You can't rush art.
I understand that, but you've been actively looking for commissions. Networking with other artists?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I post my work on Instagram. That counts as networking, right?
Tom, that's not enough. You need to be more proactive.
I am being proactive. I'm honing my skills. Quality takes time.
I get that, but you also need to think about the practical side of things. Bills don't pay themselves.
I promise I'll earn more by the end of this year, so please, trust me and wait for me, and let's get married next year.
You always make grand promises.
Well, wishes don't come true unless you voice them. I'll call you later.
Tom, we need to have a serious talk about our future. This isn't sustainable.
Can we do that later? I'm still on a high from today's meeting.
It's important, Tom. We can't keep avoiding this conversation.
I know, but can't we just enjoy the moment? My parents really like you, isn't that great?
It is, but that doesn't solve our problems. We need to discuss our future realistically.
Fine, we'll talk soon, I promise. Just not tonight, okay?
All right, but we can't keep putting this off. It's not fair to either of us.
I get it. We'll talk tomorrow. Love you.
Love you too. Good night, Tom.
Good night, Emma. Sweet dreams.
You too. And Tom?
Yeah?
Please think about what I said, about being more proactive with your career.
I will. Promise. Now get some sleep, okay?
Okay. Night. Is inviting me for dinner, not asking for expensive appliances.
You're overreacting. It's not a big deal.
It is to me. I don't want to buy their approval. Honestly, I don't want to do this at all.
Why not?
Because it's weird. You'd feel the same if you were in my shoes. How would you feel if my parents suddenly asked you to buy them a washing machine?
If I had the money, I'd buy it for them.
Really? Well, I'd be mortified if my parents made such a request.
Your parents probably wouldn't. From the photos I've seen, they seem like the serious type who'd buy things themselves. But my parents are more laid back. They probably thought you'd be willing to buy it since you treated them to expensive sushi.
Treating them to sushi once doesn't mean I'll buy them appliances.
Maybe it's because I told them you bought me a laptop.
You told them about the laptop? Tom, that was supposed to be between us.
I didn't think it was a secret. Besides, they were impressed by how supportive you are.
I bought you that laptop because you said you needed it for work. You promised to pay me back in installments, which you haven't started doing yet.
I will, as soon as I get some good commissions.
And when will that be? You've been saying that for months.
These things take time, Emma. You can't rush art.
Art doesn't pay the bills, Tom. We need to be practical.
Well, we're gonna have a long relationship, so it's good to build up some goodwill, right?
Goodwill doesn't mean buying everything your parents asked for.
It's just one washing machine.
It's never just one thing with you or your family. What's next? A new TV? A car?
Now you're just being dramatic.
I might earn more than you, but I'm not rich. I can't afford to buy everything.
But you can afford a washing machine, right?
Please don't assume I could buy things easily. My savings are from working hard, and I don't want you to rely on them so casually.
All right, I get it. But in exchange, take my parents out to a restaurant next time.
Me?
Yeah, my parents are set on getting that washing machine from you. They're even planning to sell their old one. If you treat them to a meal, they might let it go. I'll choose the restaurant, okay?
Wait a minute, this isn't right.
Huh?
What do you think I am?
My girlfriend and hopefully my future wife.
Tom, can you please try to be less dependent on me?
But you knew I didn't have much money.
I understand that. I know you're a freelance illustrator, but that doesn't mean that you have a steady income. Does that mean I have to take care of your family too?
I thought we were in this relationship with marriage in mind.
So did I. But Tom, you've hardly been taking on any work lately.
I can't help it if there are no job offers.
Have you been actively looking, reaching out to potential clients?
I post my work online. Clients will come when they see my talent.
That's not how it works, Tom. You need to market yourself. Network.
You don't understand the art world, Emma. These things take time.
I understand that creative careers can be challenging, but you need to put in more effort. I asked you to work on establishing a stable income before we consider marriage. We've been together for 3 years, and at this rate, marriage seems unlikely.
I am trying. Don't criticize my work when you know nothing about art. You said you'd support me. Turns out you're just like other women. No money, no marriage.
That's not what I'm saying at all. I want to support you, but I need to see effort from your side too.
I am putting in effort. You just can't see it because you're too focused on money.
It's not just about money, Tom. It's about responsibility. I'm not abandoning anything. I'm trying to build a better future for both of us if you're willing to work on it.
How are we supposed to work on it if you're in another country?
We can try long distance, but we need to have an honest conversation about our relationship and our future.
This is too much. I need some time to process this.
I understand, but please, can we talk about this before I leave?
Can't pay for this.
That's not my problem. You and your parents decided to go to the restaurant on your own. Why should I pay?
But you said you would.
No, you decided that on your own. I never agreed.
But you've always paid before.
I paid reluctantly. I told you many times that you relied on me too much financially.
I didn't want to rely on you, but you earn more than me, so I thought you could cover this.
We're dating, not married. Our finances are separate.
I know, but you said you'd support me until my income improved.
I was willing to support your career, but I never said I'd pay for everything. You've been borrowing money and asking me to buy things unrelated for your work. You haven't even started paying me back for the laptop. I don't feel any sincerity for you at all.
I was planning to marry you.
So what?
Are you okay with throwing away our marriage plans? You said you wanted to be with me. If you don't come, my parents' impression of you will get even worse.
Do you think I want to marry you in this situation? I want to break up.
What?
I've had enough. You thought I'd forgive you no matter what, but you've gone too far.
I'm sorry, but I really don't have money right now. Can you at least pay for today's restaurant bill?
Ask your parents.
They say they don't have money either.
Surely someone has a credit card.
But we can't pay the bill later.
Why should I pay for your family's meal? Pay for what you consumed yourselves. I'm not your wallet.
I don't think of you as a wallet.
Then you should be able to pay for the restaurant. Stop relying on me.
Emma, please, I'm in a real bind here. Can't you help me out one last time?
One last time? How many last times have there been, Tom?
I know I've asked for help before, but this is different. My parents are here and it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing because you put yourself in this situation. You ignored my warnings and went ahead with this expensive dinner without confirming anything with me.
I thought you'd understand. We've always worked things out before.
That's the problem, Tom. You always assume I'll bail you out. It's time you take responsibility for your own actions.
But what am I supposed to do now? The restaurant staff is waiting.
Figure it out, Tom. This is your problem to solve, not mine.
Emma, please, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. My actions, I won't trouble you with money issues anymore.
It's too late for apologies now.
I'm going to keep working as an illustrator, but I'm also looking for a part-time job, so please don't give up on me.
I'm sorry, but it's impossible. I've been reflecting on all the time and money I've wasted.
I know I've been taking advantage of you financially, but our relationship isn't just about money, right?
I thought so too, but I can't be with somebody who doesn't try to improve or make an effort.
But I'm saying I'll do better now. Even my parents scolded me, saying I'll never find a girlfriend as good as you.
Your parents are after my money too. They've been messaging me about wanting a new refrigerator and a vacuum cleaner. They even said that as their future daughter-in-law, I should support their household. I had to block them.
I'm so sorry about my parents. I'll cut ties with them. Please give me another chance. I won't disappoint you this time.
I told you I'm overseas. I can't come back for at least a year, so we can't continue this relationship.
Then I'll come to you. How do I get a passport and book a flight?
You want to come here. Just a round-trip ticket would cost over $1,000.
I could borrow from a payday lender.
You can't stay long on a tourist visa, and you need to work a visa to live here. Even if you manage to come, how would you cover living expenses? How do you even plan to survive?
Then let's get married.
What?
If we're married, we can be together, right? I'm serious about you, and I've never cheated.
So what? You're still planning on relying on me?
We can get married even without money if we have love.
That might be true, but only after putting in a lot of effort. I don't want to hear that from somebody who hasn't tried at all.
No, I don't want to break up with you. I really trust you, Emma. You're responsible and have qualities I lack. I thought we could be happy together.
I liked you too, Tom. You had many qualities I didn't, but you've become so irresponsible since we started dating. You even thought it was natural for me to pay for everything. I was naive. It's partially my fault, but I can't do this anymore.
Emma, I'm really sorry. I'll find a proper job. Please give me one more chance. If you don't give up on me, I promise I'll work hard.
You should work hard regardless of whether I'm here or not. If you can't do that, maybe you should give up on your current career. I don't expect anything from someone who hasn't tried at all until now. Think how terrible you've been when you're alone.
Emma, please! I know I've made mistakes, but can't we work through this?
We've been working through this for 3 years, Tom. Nothing has changed.
But this time it's different. I really understand now.
You said that before, multiple times.
I know, but this time I mean it. The restaurant incident was a wake-up call.
A wake-up call that should have happened a long time ago. Why did it take such an extreme situation for you to realize?
I was blind. I took you for granted, but I see clearly now.
Tom, do you realize how many times we've had this conversation?
I do, and I'm ashamed, but I'm willing to change. I'll prove it to you.
How? By getting a job? By paying for your own bills? These are basic adult responsibilities, Tom.
I know. I'll start by paying back the laptop. I've already applied for several part-time jobs.
That's a start, but it's not enough. Our problems run deeper than just money.
Tell me what I need to do. I'll do anything.
That's just it, Tom. I shouldn't have to tell you. You should know.
I'm trying to figure it out. Please help me understand.
No, Tom, that's part of the problem. You always want me to figure things out for you. You need to stand on your own 2 feet.
But I love you, Emma. Doesn't that count for anything?
Love isn't enough when there's no respect, responsibility, or effort.
I respect you.
Your actions say otherwise. Respect isn't just words, Tom. It's shown through your actions.
Give me a chance to show you. I'll prove it with my actions.
I've given you many chances. I can't keep doing this.
What about all the good times we've had? Don't they matter?
Of course they matter, but a relationship can't survive on good memories alone.
We can make new memories, better ones.
Tom, please understand. It's over. I need to focus on my career and my growth.
Can't I be part of that growth?
Not right now. Maybe not ever. I need to do this on my own.
Is there really no hope for us?
I'm sorry, Tom, but no, there isn't.
I don't know what to do without you.
That's exactly the problem. You need to learn to stand on your own.
Will you at least stay in touch?
I think it's better if we don't. We both need a clean break.
Emma, please.
Goodbye, Tom. I wish you the best.
Emma, wait.
I've said everything I needed to say. Please respect my decision.
Can we at least talk one more time, face to face?
I'm already overseas, Tom, remember?
Right. I forgot. This doesn't feel real.
It is real, and it's for the best, for both of us.
I don't see how this is best for me.
In time, you will. You'll grow from this, Tom. I hope you do.
I don't want to grow if it means losing you.
That's part of the problem. Your world shouldn't revolve around me.
But you're the best thing in my life.
And that's not healthy for either of us. You need to find your own path.
I don't know how.
Start by taking responsibility for your life, your choices, your future.
It sounds so simple when you say it.
It's not simple, it's hard work, but it's necessary.
I'll try. For you.
No, Tom, do it for yourself. That's the only way it will work.
I'll try, I promise.
Good. I hope you do. Goodbye, Tom.
Goodbye, Emma. I'm sorry for everything.
I know. Take care of yourself.
You too. I'll always love you.
Goodbye, Tom. still in different countries and our fundamental issues haven't been resolved.
We could make it work. I could visit you.
Tom, please. We've been through this. It's not feasible.
But I love you, Emma. Isn't that enough?
Love alone isn't enough, Tom. We need compatibility, shared goals, and mutual respect.
We have those things.
No, we don't. At least not right now. You're just starting to make changes. It's too soon if they say they'll stick.
So you're saying there's a chance in the future?
Tom, please don't hold on to false hope. We both need to move on.
I can't move on. You're the best thing that ever happened to me.
That's not healthy, Tom. You need to find happiness and fulfillment on your own.
But I'm miserable without you.
I'm sorry you're struggling, but that's not my responsibility anymore. Have you considered talking to a therapist?
A therapist? I'm not crazy, Emma.
Therapy isn't just for crazy people, Tom. It can help anyone work through their issues and grow as a person.
I don't need a therapist. I need you.
Tom, this conversation is exactly why we can't be together.